Ahoy there, my friends. Good day to y'all again. I'm in here actually just editing a little video from a long time ago that I found. It's a little cymatics video playing with some sand and stuff. Anyhow, this thought occurred to me, and I just wanted to make kind of a secondary video to the one I just made. I made a video about fear, and I don't want to make a whole video about hate because it's a waste of time. But I did want to talk about it for just a moment because there's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of animosity. You know, after New Year's, actually, I've noticed it in the last few days. Now, of course, that's just my subjective experience. But I've run into a lot of negativity with people. And I don't know if it's because in the new year people are just kind of burned out after the holidays, but I notice a lot of hateful comments. And, you know, there has been a trend and a spike in hateful speech and hate speech online. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding it. In fact, Germany wants to, is threatening a lawsuit against Facebook if they don't block certain anti-Semitic comments. And it's kind of ridiculous because, people are going to say what they're going to say. And I have nothing against free speech. I think people should say how they feel because, in a sense, that will allow us to weed out the people who don't share the same values as us, A person reveals more about themselves online. They may be able to hang out in a group of friends and never reveal that they're an extreme racist because their friends aren't, and they don't want to get into that. But then all of a sudden they're with the right group and they can express themselves anonymously or right up front. And, to each his own. People have a lot of different reasons that they hate. But I think that it's like fear, it's a disease that eats you alive. And if you hate people because of their culture, because of their religion, because of their beliefs in general, color of their skin, because they're a man or a woman, because you had a bad experience with a man or a woman, there are a lot of different reasons to dislike people. But if you dislike an entire group, then you have, in my eyes, something you need to work out. Because it's not healthy, And if you obsess over certain particular people who you just don't like, especially if they don't even acknowledge you or give you any attention, it's pretty sad. Like, people are able to misdirected hostility, as they would call it, onto other people when they're angry about their own personal lives. As an example, like my videos I upload, this guaranteed, this video, by the time I upload it, will probably have the one thumb down guy that always shows up. Now, I expect to get at least a thumb down on most of my videos because there's always, by ratio, somebody who wants to vote it down. That's fine. I don't care about ratings. But I started noticing a pattern. Always one person. And it was always within the first hour of my video uploading that they wanted to come vote it down. And so I started thinking, there's some poor sucker out there who got angry maybe in a discussion we had. Maybe I didn't give them the attention they wanted, or maybe I didn't agree with what they said, or called them out on something. Whatever it might be, these people will come and go. Over the years, I've had several, even stalkers who, and a few of you are probably still out there, aren't you? And they would send me weird messages and shit. I would just blow them off, But they would say some pretty rude stuff. Some people who were Christians actually would try to kind of convert me, a couple people in particular. And I just kind of, ended up just parting ways with, I respectfully decline. Thanks for trying. But they would be so hateful in the way that they'd go about things. They didn't even realize that they would try to disguise it as that they're being smart or aware or awake or whatever it is. But, I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I'm the peace-loving kind of guy. I'm a deadhead. I'm a pretty laid-back, kick-back guy. But don't fuck around. I see through bullshit, and I don't play games with people. So I'll be as respectful to a person as they are to me. But I don't have this idea that I have to walk away saying, well, peace to you anyway, love and light and live and let live. Because if a person's being rude, it's okay to get back and say what you have to say. But for a lot of these people, it's not even worth it because it just makes people more hateful. And there are a lot of hateful people out there. So I guess I said what I had to say. I just wanted to say, I guess, about it, that if our society is ever to, mend its negative influences and affluences, we have to tackle anger issues and have anger management. Because if your anger is harming other people, if it's not harming anyone and you're just an angry person who goes around saying stupid things, fine, everyone will tolerate you. But the minute you start abusing your wife or your children, or hurting other people because you're angry, that becomes a big problem. People would say, well, some people, well, if a person's, and his wife are in a fight, that's their business. That's nobody else's business. And I think most people know better. We defend the weak when we can. Especially if people are abusive and hateful because of drugs or alcohol, and they're not using their rational minds. But, it's up to us to look out for each other. And if we see hate speech, we see hateful people, to really call them out. But a lot of people are just sad inside, and I understand that comes from stems. There's nobody out there who's angry or fearful that doesn't have that stemming from a trust issue or a childhood incident or something in their life that led them to believe that life is not good or the people are not good. People that don't trust anyone, And I've met a lot of people to tell me on the contrary, that there are some great, wonderful people that want nothing than to help others and to be honest. And I know that because I'm one of them. And I guess unless a person's one of them, they maybe will project their own shortcomings onto the world. But while there's a lot of hatred and anger out there, that's not what I consider to be the dominant attitude in the world. I think that most people are living their lives and dancing in their own way when they can, and being as humble and modest as they can. And so, thanks for listening. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day. For what it's worth. It's a great day.